Hey, Goal Digger, Kimberly Olson here, back for another episode of Hashtag Get Lit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about how to develop your first 100 fans. Most people think you need thousands, if not millions, of fans to be able to make a lucrative business on the internet, on social media. It's just not true. I'm going to teach you how to get started. Stay tuned. Definitely one of the misnomers out there when it comes to building a business on social media is that you need hundreds of thousands of followers, right? Like I'm always, sharing my statistics so people know the business I built for myself, right? It's that credibility and authority. Or if you look at the influencers out there, people who are very visible on social media, they have a lot of followers. That's obviously how it works. However, in order for you to get to your first milestone, whatever that may be, I propose that you need as little as 100 followers. Now, why is this the case? And then we'll talk about how to do it. The reason why is because when you have 100 followers or loyal people who really are just part of your super fan brand and know, like, and trust you, they are going to become your first customers, your first clients. And through that process, they are going to reoccur. They're going to repeat buy from you. So you're going to have future sales from them. But most importantly, these are the ones that are going to build your brand because they are going to give you testimonials. They are going to give you referrals. And that is how you're going to exponentially grow. And then you think about organic growth that you're going to create on your own, lead magnets, running ads down the road. That's how you can 10x your business, but you have to start somewhere. Okay. So why do we just need that first 100 followers is we are going to build that out and then we're going to build off of it. Okay. So what this looks like is if you're brand new and let's say today you're watching this video and you're like, okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to monetize my brand on social media and I'm going to be specializing in working with women who have to overcome their mindset, limiting beliefs that they have so they can crush it in their businesses, their careers. So it's working women, corporate, professional entrepreneurs. Okay. And that's your whole thing. That's what you want to do. So what you need to do is you need to come up with a way to build out the 100 super fans or loyal followers. So this is going to look like where you need a container. You'll often hear this phrase in the online space. A container is where you contain your followers, your leads, your most loyal people. My first container was a Facebook group. I put 100 people in there and it was called All In with Kim. And now I've grown my Facebook groups to over 50,000 members. So starting with 100, you can, like I said, you can really, really grow these numbers. But that first 100, what I did, and you can do the same thing, is decide what your container is going to be. So we'll just use the Facebook group as an example. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create something inside the container that people will want. So let's say you want to put people in a Facebook group, then you're going to run a free challenge. You're going to run a guest expert interview series. You're going to run a masterclass, a webinar. You're going to do really cool things in there that people want. Maybe you have a freebie that you create and then you put it inside the Facebook group. So by doing this, what happens is outside of the container where we are finding people and connecting, the people who want to be a part of what you got going on, especially if it's the first time you're announcing it, they will raise their hand that they want to get in. Okay. So they're going to get into the Facebook group. And what I want you to do is I want you to know everything about these people. Okay. So I want you to friend request all of them. I want you to go look in their profiles and find out things about them. I want you to message them and make sure you have the Facebook group question set up, and you can do different qualifiers via email as well. So you are going to message them and say, hey, Sandy, I'm so excited to have you in the Facebook community. So when it comes to, or we were talking about mindset, right? When it comes to, you have some limiting beliefs, what is it specifically that you want to work on to really crush your mindset and grow your career? What is it that I can support you with? So we're going to do some fact finding. We're going to ask her some questions, but most importantly, we're going to find out what makes Sandy tick. Like, what is she all about? What keeps her up late at night? Like, we need to know Sandy. Sandy, with the other 100 that are the first in your container, are your micro audience. So in this 100, we start to get some data. You'll be able to find out how many of those people in there are struggling with X, Y, or Z. You're going to start to see patterns. You're going to start to see themes. And now you can start creating content based on what Sandy said and the other 99 people. You're also going to know if you're attracting the right people. So let's say you want to I don't know what's going on there. Just ignore me. So let's say you want to do something around spirituality. You want to teach women how to use, and I say women because my avatar is moms, but whoever, you want to teach women how to tap into spirituality to, access their higher self and be able to be aligned with who they are, their soul, and just, create their life of their dreams. And you start asking questions and you're like, so when it comes to spiritual development, like, where are you at? How can I help you? And they're like, oh, no, it's weird. You're gonna be like, okay, like what I want to do is not the audience I'm attracting. So you need to look at the disconnect there and find out what's going on. What's the gap and how can you fill that gap in and fix that? Okay. Or figure that out or redirect completely. But this first 100 is going to give you the data. It's going to give you the intel. It's going to allow you to see, are you on track or not? But also you're going to be able to really build relationships with these 100 people. So I want you to get to know them. I want you to have their, a list of them. I want you to go on their profiles and love on their content. Like I want you to really know these people. You're going to offer free value and eventually you're going to learn how to promote something to them. And they're going to be your first customers. Okay. These are the ones that would buy anything that you launched. And they're the first ones to tell everybody about it. And you're going to work through them to get them to promote on social media. And you're going to work through them to get referrals. And you're going to work through them to get testimonials. When you get the first 100 built out and you have a solid foundation that you have the right audience that you're building, you are filling a gap. You can identify the gap that there is with what they're saying. You know that there's a problem and you have a solution. So you filling the gap is filling that solution or giving them that solution to the problem. Once you figure that out and you can create the content around it and the offer, you're going to be good to go. I mean, anyone watching this, if you are like stuck or you want to launch something new or you want to pivot or you're just like, oh, I don't know, or you've been trying to grow your business and it's not working, it's because you didn't do what I'm talking about right now. Because I've been there before where I was just posting things, putting offers out there. I didn't have my 100 super fans. Okay. The other container you can do instead of a Facebook group, you can do an email list. That's a container where you have them all on there. So you're going to use a lead magnet of some sort and opt them into your email list. The other container you can do is a texting list. So you can do texting campaigns using platforms such as Project Broadcast, which we really love. And that way you can contain them in your texting platform and market to those people. That's another thing that you can do. There's other avenues for that. LinkedIn has some different options as well. So you really have to look at where you're at, where you're hanging out, what's the most viable for you. And through that process, you'll be able to narrow it down to a starting point. I don't recommend building multiple containers at once. Like I wouldn't do the Facebook group and building an email list and getting a texting list going. Now, if you can kill two birds with one stone and have them join the Facebook group and give you their email, cool. But like, as far as really going all in, to grow something, put all of your intention in one spot. If you watch this and then you watch a training on how to use Reels to grow your business, you're like, I'm going to do Reels and I'm going to do what Kimberly says. Like you can't do it all at once. You need to pick one thing. So if this is resonating with you or you suspect this is what's missing and you haven't done this first core piece, you have to do this first. If you don't understand how to build an audience of 100, how are you going to build an audience of 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000? Audience building is the most important skill set, in my opinion, outside of learning how to make an offer. But I already touched on making an offer in this training, because no matter what happens, you'll have the ability to pivot, to rebrand, to relaunch, to start over if needed. And if Facebook ads go away or whatever, you can grow your business. Okay. So this is very fundamental and having success long-term online, anywhere you're running a business, but especially for social media. So this is helpful. Click the button and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, click the like button, take a screenshot of you watching this, of me, and throw it in your stories and tag me. I would really love that. You can tag me at the Goal Digger Girl and make sure you follow me as well so you can see this in real time and what it looks like. So appreciate you so much. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you soon.